Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, imagine this with me. It's like the very end of summer, you're way out deep in Bachelor Forest. You can smell the pine, and there's this big bonfire crackling, maybe the smell of cheap beer hanging in the air too. Shadows from the fire are dancing on these huge, kind of gnarly trees, making shapes that they look like they're moving when you're not looking right at them. There's laughter, sure, friends hanging out, but underneath, there's this little current of something.
Unease.
Yeah, a feeling. And this group, it's Alex, Jake, Sarah, Danny, Mallory, and Mark. They're just like trying to grab that last bit of freedom before life, scatters them everywhere.
Yeah, college jobs, the usual.
But this story, the one we're digging into, it's not some sweet nostalgic memory. Not at all.
No, far from it. Today we're really diving into this amazing collection of source material. We've got personal notes, journal entries, someone's observations from this event.
So what's the goal here?
Well, our mission really is to figure out what actually happened that night out there in Bachelor Forest and to explore this really chilling transformation that, honestly, it makes you question everything you think you know about identity.
Because how does a fun night, a bonfire, turn into, well, a nightmare? What happens when a story, a legend maybe, stops being just a story, when that line gets blurry?
Exactly. That blur is where it gets terrifying.
Let's peel it back then. Let's see what these notes say.
Okay.
So the party's going, and Sarah, she's kind of the group storyteller, right?
She's the one.
So she's by the fire, maybe the flames are lighting up her face, and she decides it's time for a campfire story. And the one she picks, it's the local legend, the Bachelor Beast.
Yes. And this isn't just some, made-up ghost story. Sarah tells this really chilling piece of local history. It's all in the sources. In that forest.
Vanished. For how long?
3 weeks. Just gone. Then he stumbles back into town, and the description is vivid, naked, wild-eyed, covered in blood that wasn't all his own.
Whoa, okay.
He's ranting, just babbling about yellow eyes and claws longer than knives, talking about a thing that moved too fast to be human.
And then people started dying.
That's what the sources say. Hikers, campers found torn apart, like gutted, like fish, but not eaten, just left in pieces, as if the thing, whatever it was, just enjoyed the chaos.
So the cops blamed the hunter.
They did. Found human blood under his nails, called it a psychotic break, locked him up. He died in his cell. But then, and this is where it gets really weird, his body disappeared from the morgue, or maybe the grave. The sources are a little unclear on where exactly.
Disappeared.
Vanished, leaving behind these deep, clawed tracks, leading away from the town, straight back into Bachelor Forest.
Okay, so Sarah tells this story. Probably creeps everyone out a bit.
For sure. But then, they laugh it off maybe. Go back to the party vibe.
Until Alex needs to step away. The notes mention Alex just walking off into the woods, to relieve themselves. It's quiet, dark.
Yeah, the sounds of the party fade out.
And then they hear it. A twig snap. But it sounds sharp, deliberate. Not like an animal just wandering by.
Right.
Alex calls out for Jake, maybe thinking it's a prank, but gets no answer. And then another snap. Closer this time.
The air just goes cold, right? Like everything stops.
Yeah. Alex starts jogging back to the clearing, probably feeling a bit spooked. Sees the fire, thinks, okay,
But it's not okay.
Not at all. The fire's blazing, but the chairs are empty. Cooler's tipped over. Mallory's hoodie is just crumpled on the ground. Everyone's gone.
It's just vanished.
Completely. And the notes stress this. No signs of a struggle. Nothing overturned. No weird footprints. It's like they just evaporated.
And then, the final twist for that moment. Alex's phone buzzes. A text from Jake's phone.
What does it say?
Just 5 words. 2:16 a.m. Don't come looking for us. No punctuation. Nothing.
Oh, man. Don't come looking. What does that even mean? Is it a warning? A threat? Did Jake send it?
Exactly. That ambiguity is terrifying. It shifts everything for Alex. Is it a kidnapping? Did they just leave? It's the first real crack in Alex's reality.
So the next morning must have been pure hell for Alex.
Oh, absolutely. The notes describe this frantic, desperate search. Alex goes back to the parking lot, probably half expecting the cars to be gone too.
But they're not.
Nope. All still there. Jake's rusty pickup, Sarah's old sedan, Danny's van, Mallory's hatchback, Mark's Jeep, all parked, locked, untouched.
But no keys.
No keys. And again, the sources emphasize no scratches, no blood, no signs of a struggle. It just makes no sense. Like they all just decided to walk off into the woods and leave everything behind.
So Alex goes to the cops. Or tries to.
Yeah, ends up talking to a bachelor sheriff's deputy, and it's frustrating. The notes detail this deputy being really dismissive,
How so?
suggesting maybe the friends are just faking disappearances for attention. Or maybe they're just drunk and lost somewhere out there. Basically, not taking Alex seriously at all.
That must have felt incredibly isolating for Alex, knowing something is terribly wrong and the authorities are just shrugging.
Completely, it amplifies the terror, you know? Being utterly alone with this growing dread.
So Alex can't just sit around. They go back to the forest. Alone.
Driven by this need to find something. And they do. They find Jake's phone.
Where?
Half buried in the dirt, screen's cracked. But here's the really weird detail the sources point out. The phone is unnaturally warm.
Warm. After being out all night, how?
Exactly. It makes no sense. It implies, well, what does it imply? Recent activity. Someone was just holding it. It's deeply unsettling.
And Alex is processing this warm phone, and then what happens?
Alex calls out, shouts for Jake, maybe for anyone, and hears something in response.
What?
Footsteps, crunching leaves. But they sound close, steady, deliberate. Not like someone wandering lost, like someone approaching. And then right by Alex's ear, so close they could probably feel the breath, a whisper.
Saying what?
You're next.
Chills. Okay, so this isn't random anymore. It's personal. This thing, whatever it is targeting Alex now.
Precisely. It shifts from a search for missing friends to Alex being hunted. That whisper suggests intelligence, malice, and a direct threat.
But even after that, even after being told you're next, Alex goes back. The sources say Alex felt compelled to return. For closure.
It sounds crazy, but yeah, maybe denial, maybe shock, or maybe something else is pulling them back. Whatever the reason, Alex returns. And that's when the attack happens.
The actual physical attack.
Yes. Sudden. Brutal. The notes describe white-hot, searing pain in Alex's shoulder, teeth sinking in, claws raking. There's a low, guttural growl.
Did Alex see it?
A flash, just a glimpse of gray fur, and then yellow eyes unblinking, locking onto theirs for just a second, and it's gone, and Alex collapses.
And ends up in the hospital.
Yeah, wakes up there. They're told it was probably a wolf attack, which is apparently rare around Bachelor.
But it wasn't just a normal wound, was it?
Not according to Alex's observations. The wound starts scabbing over too fast, like unnaturally fast. The skin is knitting itself back together in a way that feels wrong.
And other things.
Yeah, weirder still, old bruises Alex had, scratches from hiking maybe, they're gone, healed completely in just hours.
Okay, that's definitely not normal healing.
Not at all. And there are other changes. Alex notes their eyes seem sharper, their vision clearer, their skin looks paler, almost translucent. Something fundamental has changed.
And then comes the hunger.
Oh, yeah. The sources describe this deep, gnawing hunger. But it's not for normal food. Cooked food suddenly makes Alex feel nauseous.
So what do they crave?
Raw meat. The notes detail this horrifying moment of Alex having this uncontrollable craving, getting raw meat from the fridge and just consuming it. Blood dripping down their chin. It's primal. A complete shift away from human instinct.
This is spiraling fast, and then the notes. The mysterious man.
Right. Amidst all this physical and psychological chaos, this guy appears, delivers 2 cryptic notes, just hands them over.
What do they say?
The first one, it's already inside you.
Okay, ominous.
And the second one is even more disturbing. You're not transforming, you're remembering.
Remembering what being this thing.
That's the terrifying implication, isn't it? It reframes everything. It suggests this isn't an infection, not a curse inflicted from outside. It suggests the monster was always there, dormant. The bite just woke it up. It challenges Alex's entire concept of self.
Wow, okay. That's a heavy thought. You're remembering.
Heavy is an understatement. It suggests a fundamental nature Alex never knew they possessed.
And things get even weirder with reflections.
Yes. Alex starts noticing things are off when they look in the mirror. First, their reflection seems to blink just a fraction of a second after they do.
Subtle but creepy. Very, and then later, it gets worse. Alex looks in the mirror, not smiling, maybe looking scared or confused, but the reflection, it smiles. A slow, knowing smile. Its eyes gleaming with patience, hunger, a knowing.
Okay, nope, that's terrifying. I'd break the mirror too.
Which is exactly what Alex does. Smashes every reflective surface in the house, trying to avoid seeing whatever it is looking back.
So this all leads to a kind of breakdown, a realization.
A complete internal collapse, yeah. The sources describe Alex piecing it together, the hunger, the healing, the reflection, the notes, and the realization hits. The bite hadn't changed them. It had woken something up. The hunger wasn't new. It had just been waiting.
So the beast wasn't an invader. It was innate.
That's the conclusion Alex reaches, according to these writings. Something latent, inherent, just needed that trigger.
But then comes the most mind-bending part, the part that just flips everything, the blackout.
Yeah. Alex describes having a complete blackout, doesn't remember anything for a period, comes back to consciousness, maybe back at home, covered in blood, dirt, naked.
And finds what?
Finds their own body, their own corpse, on the bedroom floor.
Wait, what? Their own corpse? How?
Bloated, gray, an eye missing, clearly dead for some time, and clutched in the corpse's hand. A note.
Another note.
Written in Alex's own handwriting, it says, "You died in the woods. The thing wearing your skin isn't you."
Oh my God. So, the Alex we've been following isn't Alex?
That's the horrific reveal. The original Alex did die in the woods, presumably during or after that initial attack. The thing that was bitten, the thing that healed, the thing experiencing the hunger, it's something else, something that took Alex's form.
A replacement? A doppelganger?
Or maybe a parasite, like the later encounter suggests. A mimic. It fundamentally shifts our understanding of what's happening. It's not transformation, it's usurpation. It makes you question, what even is identity if this can happen?
This entity, this new Alex, tries to get help, though. Goes to a priest.
Desperation, maybe. Or confusion. It goes to see Father Malloy at St. Bernadette's Church. Tries to explain, maybe hopes for an exorcism.
And how does that go?
Badly. The sources describe the attempt. Father Malloy tries the rites, the holy water. The entity feels this burning pain, sees flashes, fur, claws, teeth, and a throat. It's clearly reacting, but maybe not like a typical possession.
And the priest?
He seems to realize something profound, something terrifying, just before he collapses, dead, with no apparent cause, no mark on him.
He says something.
His last words, whispered in horror, "You were never human."
You were never human, wow.
And the entity's reaction? The notes say it felt nothing at all. Not horror, not guilt, not sorrow, just hunger. Like the priest's words weren't a condemnation, but a confirmation of its true nature.
So no demon expelled, just a confirmation of what it is.
Exactly. An ancient thing, perhaps, that was never human to begin with.
And somehow after this, it finds Jake. Jake is still alive.
Astonishingly, yes. Drawn to an old quarry, maybe by instinct, maybe by something else. And there's Jake, pale, terrified, holding a silver knife.
Jake survived. What does he say happened?
His account is chilling. He says he saw it happen, saw Alex get attacked, saw something pulled you into the trees. He thought Alex was dead.
He buried Alex.
He claims he and the others, Sarah, Danny, Mallory, they buried Alex by the river in a shallow grave, which explains why the cops couldn't find a body.
So Jake knew this wasn't the real Alex.
He suspected almost immediately. He tells the entity, "You didn't remember us. You didn't ask about Sarah or Danny or Mallory. You didn't even cry." The emotional disconnect was obvious.
And he accuses it of something else.
Yeah, he says he saw it after the party, after the supposed death, ripping something apart with your hands, your teeth. A memory the entity itself doesn't seem to fully possess. More evidence of the replacement.
So this leads to the final confrontation. At the quarry.
Right. Jake, holding that silver knife, maybe he remembered old legends. He calls the entity out, calls it a parasite, a hollow shell stuffed with their skin. He says he can see the shell cracking, see something else underneath.
And this triggers the full change.
It seems so. The entity doesn't fight it this time. The notes describe it not as painful, but as a surge of raw, ancient power. The full transformation.
And Jake, the silver knife.
He tries. He slashes the entity with the silver knife. It causes pain, leaves a wound, but it doesn't stop it. The beast, now fully revealed, attacks Jake. The notes are brutal. It tore Jake open.
Oh, gosh.
In the final detail from Jake's perspective, as recorded in the source material Alex somehow absorbed or recalled later, Jake seemed to have a moment of recognition right before he died. As if he saw the true face of the Bachelor Beast, the thing from the legend, wearing his friend's skin.
So the last human link to the original Alex is gone.
Yeah.
Silenced.
Completely. The circle is closed.
The entity's alone now.
Yeah.
In Jake's house, covered in blood.
Yeah. And the wound from the silver knife, it's already healing, that unnatural quickness again.
And the realization hits home for the entity, too. That it isn't Alex.
It solidifies. The sources say the entity thinks they weren't Alex anymore. Not really. Alex's memories feel like borrowed clothes, ill-fitting, not its own.
And then the poster arrives.
The final, stark confirmation. A missing person poster for Alex Harper gets slipped under the door. It's like the real world acknowledging the truth. Alex is gone, dead in the woods. The thing left is just a mimic, a parasite.
So this entity looks through old photos of Alex's friends.
Yeah, photos of Jake, Sarah, all of them, hundreds of pictures, moments captured, and the entity searches for itself, for Alex's face among them. Nothing. Alex isn't in any of the photos, not a single one.
How is that possible? Were they erased?
Or were they never really there to begin with? Was Alex always somehow separate, destined for this? Or did the entity's emergence rewrite reality somehow? It's a deeply unsettling question the sources leave hanging. Erased.
Wow.
Or never truly part of the picture.
That's profoundly disturbing.
It suggests the entity's nature is so alien, so other, that it doesn't even register in the same way. And now that primal hunger is back. Stronger than ever. The beast is always hungry.
And the forest is calling.
Yes. A whisper. Faint but insistent. Pulling it back. The realization hits the entity. The Bachelor Beast legend wasn't just a story the kids told. It was a warning. A description. And the forest, or whatever dwells there, didn't choose Alex to kill. It chose Alex to become. To awaken this.
So the end is, Alex, or this thing wearing Alex's skin, just walks back into the forest.
Deliberately. Accepts it. The final image described is that silhouette fading against the darkening trees. Going home, in a way.
And the sound.
A howl, rising from deep in the woods. But the notes specify it sounds neither human nor animal, but something else entirely. The beast has returned. Or perhaps a new one has joined the fold.
Wow, okay. This deep dive, tracing this through the notes, it really forces you to think about identity, memory, what makes us us, and what might be lurking just out of sight.
It absolutely does. And that central idea, pulled from the notes, from Father Malloy's words, "You were never human," the idea that this wasn't a transformation into something monstrous, but an ancient thing remembering itself inside a human disguise, that's profoundly chilling.
It reframes the whole concept of the monster story.
Completely. It suggests the horror isn't becoming the monster.
So we leave you with this thought then. What if the real terror isn't the fear of turning into a monster? What if it's the realization that the monster was always part of you, just waiting for the right moment to wake up?